This time on PFDAuto, I'm going to introduce you to a future poor financial decision. Had this car for a while, the GLK350 two-wheel drive AMG appearance package. Nothing too special, but I like it. It's had a fairly rough life recently though, and it's desperately in need of some improvements. So over however long it takes, I'm not quite sure. But we're going to fix this up, and I'm going to show you what I did. First, we're going to do a walk around. I'm going to tell you what's wrong with the car, what some of my future plans are, and then we'll get started. So I'd like to start with a little walk around. This again is a 2012 Mercedes-Benz GLK 350. It's two-wheel drive, and while I really like this car, it definitely needs some help. We'll start off up here. You can see these headlights. They're just done. They probably need replaced. I might try to pull them off, clean them up, but they're looking pretty bad. You might also notice the grill is cracked right there and missing this entire piece right here. So that definitely needs taken care of. Probably gonna dump this license plate holder, but otherwise not too bad. Not a lot of dings or dents on the front. Definitely have some scratches. We've got cats and coyotes and things that like to climb on these cars. Also, it's just been beat with car washes. Everything's swirly. The other thing is the wheels. All of these wheels are just completely gouged. When I like these, I think I might have to go with something a little different. Also, I recently noticed trim starting to peel. So I'd like to get that fixed up. It also looks like I might have some more out clips. The rough thing about this is it's starting to peel up here also. And we need to get this off, get those out to repair them. That means taking out the headliner. This side of the car, not too bad. See this wheel also pretty scratched up. Back of the car looks surprisingly good for the age. Wiper arm could use some help. Maybe polishing the exhaust tips. Also, I think getting them lined up a little bit better would be nice too. So we come around to the passenger side. Notice there's a couple dents and dings, things like that. One in the fender here. I mean, this car is a daily driver. It gets beat up by cars in the parking lots and things like that. This wheel is particularly bad. It is all kinds of road rashed. And I could fix that, but I don't really want to. I don't know if you can see it, but there's definitely some scratching here. Got a couple of more dents. One right here that's going to be pretty rough. But otherwise, again, I think this is a pretty good looking car. I think it's worth saving. This headlight, obviously, all the paint is flat. And we've got some other issues. I don't know if you noticed here, but our tint is definitely peeling. Got some issues, both sides. I replaced this assembly here, kind of a cheap one off of eBay, and one of the buttons is already broken again. Problem with this year Mercedes is all these buttons kind of peel off, and that's why I replaced that one once already, but we're gonna have to do that again. You can also tell this seat is seeing some better days. We've got a pretty good tear here, and it's been repaired once before. I don't know if that comes in either, but we're missing paint here. We're missing paint on some of these buttons. Just things like that that I'd like to get cleaned up and taken care of. Otherwise, the interior on the car is pretty nice. It's got the dual sunroofs, plenty of room. So, not a bad little ride. We go under the hood. Oh, that's the parking brake. There's the hood latch. It's nothing too special. engine can be found. C classes, E classes, you name it. Oh, look. And our cover is falling off. I'm glad that didn't fall off going down the road. Well, that's completely broken. So we're going to have to replace that. Recently replaced this secondary air injector pump. But all in all, I haven't done a whole lot to this car. You can see now a little bit better. The grill is completely missing over there. So we're going to have to replace that too. But I've got some pretty good big plans for this car, and I hope you stay tuned and check it out. First thing we need to do with this car is figure out why it's got a check engine light. My Mercedes star system isn't working currently, so I've just got my little generic guy here. We're going to plug it in, pull the codes, and I'll let you know what we find. Well, here's a fun new twist. Link error on the cheap scanner 2 might not be the star. So I'm going to disconnect the battery for a little bit. We'll come back and try it again. So under here is our battery. Just got a couple of clips. Kind of like any other modern Mercedes. This is our air filter. So we're going to get it out of the way. Then you can have a look at the battery. All right, now that we got the battery cover off, we need to go ahead and pull this negative side. 10 mil will do it. Get this guy loosened up. This wrench has seen some better days. That is for sure. All right, now that we got the power disconnected, we'll let it sit 10-15 minutes. We'll come back, plug it in, try to run some codes. Well, this is fun. I reconnected the battery, and I'm still getting a link error. So at this point, I'm starting to wonder if there's something wrong with the connector. I'm going to do a little bit of investigating, and I'll let you know what I find out. So I did some digging around, and I found this. I even forgot I had it. This is kind of in between star and the generic readers like the one I was trying to use, and it actually can see the car, which is really good. And it's throwing the code I thought, secondary air injection system. I replaced the pump. I haven't checked the fuse yet, so that's what we're going to do next, is check the fuse. Looked around, and it appears fuse for the system is in this box here, and I've got a broken clip. Fancy. So we'll get this off. We'll take a look here, see if we manage to fry the fuse, because I will say the secondary air injection pump completely failed before I replaced it. So it could have seized up, overloaded the system, and fried it. Now, I was looking around, and it appears this is the relay, and this is the fuse. I don't know if I can get this out with one hand. I cannot. So I'm going to set you down, and I'll pull the fuse, and we'll see if it's good or not. Well, I imagine this is going to be a little hard to see. Hoping we can get it in focus here. But this fuse is toasted. It is completely popped. So that's our problem. We're going to run down to the store. We're going to grab a new fuse, toss it in, see if it clears our code. Oh, no check engine light. That's nice. Could ignore the TPS there. Just got to fill up a tire. But it is still pulling the code. So we're going to drive it around for a little bit, let it cycle, and see if the check engine light comes back. It's not often you find a 40 amp fuse that's popped and it's not the problem. but stranger things have happened. So we're going to just monitor this over the next week or so, and we'll let you know how it goes. Well, that's going to wrap this first episode of the GLK project. Now that we've got these pesky things out of the way, we can start having some fun. Going to order some parts like this grill, maybe some headlights, maybe we'll try to polish them up. We're going to polish this whole car. Got some ideas for wheels. We're going to take care of that interior. Just get this thing back to where it deserves to be. If you're new to the channel, sincerely hope you consider subscribing. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a like. Well, I'll keep making the poor financial decisions. You keep on watching.